Everybody, I'm back and like insanely jet lagged, but excited to be here playing some Balatro. I'm just saying, it's been 2 weeks. Cut me some slack. I'm in an addled state right now. You know what? Maybe it's time to just, if you're going through HE double hockey sticks, keep going. +1 Joker slot, -1 hand per round. Let's give it a try, okay? Let's give it a try. I mean, +1... I go through this every single time I play... I'm not seeing the cards well, man. I need, like, brain LASIK right now. I go through this every time I play the black deck. I'm like, shouldn't this be easier than every other deck by virtue of the fact that... I mean, an extra Joker slot is really good. And then I play and I lose on, like, ante-3, and I'm like, oh, right. Having hands is actually, like, important. 10 mult for 2 pair, except it's eternal, so I gotta say no to that. I'm sorry to say Abstract Joker would have gone crazy, but it just doesn't give us enough right off the bat. We probably would have been better off going Mystic Summit, but we'll try to make something out of Odd Todd. I mean, 31 chips is... It's nothing to sneeze at. We got a few odds in this possible flush right here. Might be enough to get us over the hump. It's more than enough to get us over the hump. Thank you very much. Let me see. Golden Joker. I'm a different kind of beast. I'm the kind of guy who likes to play Balatro and like possibly live. ×3 mult if the hand contains a straight. You know what? Never tell me the odds. We're gonna go for that one. It's hard to work, but ×3 mult is pretty amazing. So let's keep 2, 4, 6. I don't want to keep 8 and then say who do we appreciate, but I guess we can get a decent amount out of this anyway. See, we drew the exact same cards. That's cute. Isn't that special? How about no, Scott? How about no? Let's do a full discard this time. Okay, this is comical. Our hand is horrendous. That much is a given. I really think I need to draw a straight at this point. Maybe that's not true. We have 3, 4, 6, 9 Jack with 2 odds. Okay, we get there. I was a little bit scared, but we get there. But it's only ante-1, so let's not go crazy. ×4 mult on 4 of a kind. That's going to be a tough one to sell. Let's see if we can actually like make a straight. Hey, how about 8, 9, 10? I must have like some kind of energy relic right now that is like pulling pairs into my deck. I don't want that. I want to dispel it. Give me 6, 8, 9, 10 queen. So many different cards create the straight that we need here. Okay, that's fine. We'll discard an 8, a 6, and a 3. And by discard, I mean throw away one of our precious, valuable hands. Okay, now we have 4, 5, 6, 8. We don't even have a flush. I'll tell you what, we'll throw some of this dookie at you. How about a club? We got 3, 4, 5, 6. We're toast. We're toast. Honestly, I mean, could we have played better? I'm not ending the video, so let's not get too twisted up over it. Yeah, I probably could have played better. At the same time, I do feel like we got kind of like disproportionately horrible luck there, trying to get it straight. But I mean, you only start with 2 discards, so obviously, you know, it's harder to fish for tough hands. But look, we just got one. I mean, you know, I have been chosen uniquely to suffer, like Salieri in Milos Forman's film Amadeus. I've been uniquely chosen to suffer, for sure. Yeah. Okay, Splash. A very interesting start. I mean, I like baseball card enough to commit early, even though, obviously, Splash is not an uncommon itself. Another Temperance or another Temperance? I would rather hold a Temperance, and maybe we can buy a Joker after this one. But Splash should be really good, not just for the 10 mult, but for the ability to just add like some extra chips. Like, am I crazy to think that like this is good because we get the 10 extra chips out of the king? I guess we could do the math, but where's the fun in that? Half the people watching this video are like, the fun is in doing the math. And you know what? I support you for that. I think in many ways you're right. That being said, am I going to change my ways? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Okay, so far I like our setup. I wouldn't say I love it yet, but I definitely like it. Like, if we're leaning between loving or listing, I would definitely be loving this run right now. Just like everybody else on the show who pretends that their existing house sucks and they want to, I can't possibly spend another minute in this house. It's me or the house, you know, and then all of a sudden, wouldn't you know it, they end up loving it as soon as HGTV pays for the crack in their foundation to be fixed. So yeah, I'm saying I think the lady doth protest too much. Here's an interesting one. How about Temperance? I'm going to take Castle because it can stick around, whereas Seltzer's going to go out of business. Because Coke Zero's on the scene. I think that we just want to... Honestly, I have no idea what to do here. 7s into 8s. Maybe we'll get like Magic 8 Ball or something. I mean, we could take this and then we'll get a big score, but it's nice to have a little extra flat mult too. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to burn my discards every single time to build up Castle to the point where Castle can stick around. That sounds right to me. I'm even willing, and this is where things are getting crazy, I'm willing to throw like some high card splashes at you in order to get more spades. This is the second flush we've discarded here in order for Castle to truly pop. And brother, I'm feeling like a different kind of beast right now. I'm feeling like the kind of guy who could make a purple stake, you know, black deck work. That's already 30 chips. It's something, man. It's not nothing. I'll tell you that for free. Okay, all spades are debuffed. Now, also, flat mults should come earlier than... Yeah, like... Oh, I'm trying to reason out what mime is going to... I guess chariot cards in the future. Okay, discard spades. All spades are debuffed. This is a shot across the bow. This is an act of aggression. They're uniquely conspiring to hold me down. No, probably not. Okay, 1957. I don't want to say good year. I'm not fully aware of absolutely everything that happened in 1957. Probably a lot of bananas hollandaise being made, which, you know, you take the good with the bad, I suppose. People had Michael Douglas's haircut from falling down. You take the good with the bad. 6 jokers. Card Sharp is like a must-buy. I kind of feel like Luchador just isn't that good, and we want to keep our uncommons because they obviously mult our mults. So there's a temptation there. What are we doing? We're creating 8s, 2 lucky cards. I think if we're creating 8s, let's just convert another 7 into an 8. Maybe there's like a 4 of a kind or 5 of a kind in our future. But again, if my thought process is scattered and doesn't make sense, we were in Japan for 2 weeks. Hang on, I'm gonna go a little crazy on this one. I'm hoping this doesn't win. Good. And then we draw more spades. No, draw more hearts. You're a genius. Just so Castle can scale. But we were in Japan for 2 weeks, and it's been like 30 hours since I got back, and there's 12 time zones gap there. So, like, I'm twisted up, man. I think what we want to do is not win yet. I see that we got the full house. I'm hoping this comes close to winning, but doesn't win. Okay, it won. Came close to losing, but won. Because I really want to maximize Castle, but maybe I'm getting a little bit greedy. Which is fine. Sometimes being greedy in this game is fun. But, like, I'm not throwing one club. That's simply not going to come to pass. So I'll throw trash at you in the hopes that we can then discard more than one club. Apparently, that's not possible. This might be too good. I'm starting to feel like this might be the sort of run where, are we gonna... Yeah, we're gonna win. This might be the sort of run where it's actually so easy to pilot that it's also insanely easy to lose. Like, right now, it feels like I can play whatever I want, and we win easily, especially with Card Sharp backing us up. I feel like I can get lulled into, like, a false sense of security and then not be so concerned with scaling and then watch it all fall apart a little bit later. But hopefully that's not the case. So I'm going to dump Splash to take Gros Michel in the hopes that it breaks at some point. And I'm going to dump Mystic Summit. I'm going to take Dusk just for now. just to get that extra. Like, I love having all uncommons with baseball card. It's kind of like a overly simplistic way to like structure your deck, I think, but the kind of guy where overly simplistic can be just what the doctor ordered in some situations. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. I wish you'd broken, but that's fine. 30 seconds to Mars voice. What if I wanted to break? Okay, how about... I still want you because Cavendish is like so important. +1 discard per round goes insane with Castle. Sell Dusk, buy Troubadour. Try to make... This gives us bigger hands, which gives us A, better at basketball, and then B, also gives us the ability to get better discards for Castle. Like, this is the first time I think I've really had the opportunity to sort of build around Castle. And right now, I'm building towards, I guess, flushes. But what I probably should be doing is building towards 4 to 5 of a kind aces. But then, like, I have to think about... Let's not get too mixed up in it right now. Like, I think we got a good thing going on, but we also have to concern ourselves with card sharp, because we're not always going to be able to play like 2 4 of a kinds, especially on anti-4. But our score is doing great right now, so we don't necessarily have a lot to worry about. I have a conspiracy theory about Castle, by the way, and I'm sure it's one of those things that's okay, and it immediately is going to fall apart here, but so what I was going to say is I feel like Castle is one of those cards where, like, when you get it, it always picks the worst suit for you to discard. But obviously, we had 4 diamonds in our starting hand, so that kind of flies in the face of that. Hey, you only have 1 hand left, buddy. And my first hand was 2 pairs. Okay. So, we do want to play 2 pair again. Keep your 4s. All right, then keep your secrets. Discard me. We do have 2 pair. This is gonna work, right? Okay, note to self, you gotta be real careful with Troubadour. 2 hands per round is really tough. I'm not taking Seance, that's simply not coming to pass, but you gotta make sure that you're playing what you wanna play. You want me to discard hearts. Okay, suit me. I will discard my 4, and then... I mean, 4 6s... I don't know if it'll get us there, and that's just me being sincere. But 2 pairs probably gets you there. I mean, a 5 of a kind has to get you there, right? If this doesn't get us here, then I don't want to live in the world where it doesn't get us there. It got us there. I really need this banana to break so we can replace it before things get too crazy, okay? How about a Jumbo Spectral Pack? I don't even know what I'm looking for, but how about a Jumbo Spectral Pack? How about... I would say here, hand size going down may suck, but easy 8s, brother. 17 8s in the deck. I feel like we just cooked something up. 17 8s. Make that 18 8s. Although I'm also like, dude, at some point we gotta get the 8s popping. We need flat mult. Like, our only flat mult is coming from Gross Michelle. Not a person, by the way, a banana. Don't get on my case, buddy. So I think let's just be sensible, because I mean, this is a tough situation. When given the choice, discard clubs, of course, but also, I mean, you could do worse than, like, maybe starting with 4 of a kind, and then you might get a chance to play a second 4 of a kind if you need it. I know we had 5, but... Okay, so the trick here is only play 4, but we probably should have started 5 of a kind last time, because it's like almost twice as good, right? Okay. Castle's doing great. 126 chips! Dude, that's serious. That's good stuff, okay? But we're not quite where I want to be yet. Discard clubs again. This is what I mean. Like, obviously, this is a great starting hand. but it feels bad. Like, doesn't it feel like we should be getting more fuel for castle every time? That's how it feels to me. So we're trying to get 5 of a kind. We're trying to buff castle. We got 5 of a kind. I dare not mess with it any further. All right, we got to figure out what happens next. Because, like, I do feel like we're in a good spot with our deck. Our deck looks good. Our jokers look okay. Although they're, like, almost exclusively built around baseball card. What do you want me to discard? Hearts. I can do so a little bit. This could be drawn first. I need to level up some planets, I think, too. I mean, this is not, like, ideal hearts discard, but... Do I really hit you with 4 8s and then hope to get another 4? Or do I hit you with, like, full house? You only get 2 hands, man. So, like, full house is 40 times 4. 60 times 7 is a lot better. But then I gotta get 4 8s. Or 4 6s, but, like, we have 17 8s in the deck, and I've discarded none. So, obviously, there's, like, a part of me that thinks... We're there? Yes! Please, please, please. This is looking horrible. How did it all go so... I like, just 2 minutes ago, I was like, I think we're set. What the heck happened? I don't think we need planets. We need... I don't know what the heck we need, to be honest with you. Discard clubs. Okay, let's... Step 1 will probably be simplifying the run just a little bit. So what's the easiest simplification we could do? Do worry about castle, but predominantly concern yourself with just drawing 5 8s as much as you can. 3 is not good enough, so we lose. This one stings because our deck is amazing. Even though none of the cards are upgraded at all. Our ability to make good hands was going crazy. We didn't scale through any other domain, which is obviously my own fault. I'll tell you what. Early on, it is nice to just sort of be like, you should become world cards. Wait, let me think about this. It is nice to kind of suit max. And then you can say, you know what, like these 2 7s, let's hierophant them a little bit. Hermit is maybe not even that bad there either, but... And then early on, let's get back down to brass tacks. We're Costco guys. Of course we play flushes on the early blinds of Balatro. This one stings a little bit, but is par for the course. We're gonna get there, boys. Don't even worry about it. Like, just look at this. Look at this right off the bat. I'll tell you, ace 2 3 4 4. That's a good one. No flush. How about pair of 4s? Probably doesn't get you there, huh? Okay, we go again. Good start. Good start. He's spiraling. I'm jet lag, bro. Cut me some slack, okay? Early game. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack. Easy. 296 points. What did I tell you? Then, that's actually perfect because it allows you to almost doink it. 303 guilty spark. We gotcha. I would take a random joker over shoot the moon. Oh, brother. So, like, vampire is good, but we got to get our econ online. It doesn't do anything for us right away. In fact, it might not do anything for us for quite some time. So, just to get ready, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Anyone else feeling like the vibes are rancid on this one? So this is like a 16-point hand. We have a flush, actually. That's pretty good. I was fishing for that straight the whole time. 3 of a kind. My God, it worked. Okay. The downside is we need to buy like another joker immediately. That's actually like one of the best jokers I could ask for. To-do list asking for a straight flush is borderline insulting, by the way. So I'm gonna commit to this flush pseudo build for the time being. I mean, if I see a straight, I'm gonna take it, even though it's June. It's just like I'm a man who has to get to the next ante. Okay, I'm doing my best. Seltzer maybe not so bad, but just like randomly re-triggering cards that have not been leveled seems not that good to me. What seems very important to me is using ante 2, where we are right now, to get our econ up to the point where we can consistently help Vampire. Or we could just get a Cartomancer or like some purple seals or something. But like, if we're not gonna make Vampire work, then it's like, what are we doing here? Like, it's a build around, I think, even post-nerf. Let's dump this. I just want to see what 2-pair looks like. Pretty horrible, it looks like. How about a straight? Bad, but mostly because I think the... hang on, go back to suit me here. The misprint molt was kind of bad on that one. Not the deck's fault, not the hand's fault. Flush is leveled up. Just, I don't know why I'm overcomplicating things. Just, bro, in the early game, just play flushes. Get the econ going a little bit, you know, dabble when necessary for Vampire. Like a Mega Arcana, I would dabble on that. I'd dabble on that any day of the week. Just thinking about it, just studying it. I think we gotta go Judgment. Wow, that makes flushes so much easier. I will still, like, it doesn't really matter what enhancements you get because they all count the same to Vampire, I guess, but okay. And then I'm like, maybe Banner can keep us afloat for a while. And admittedly, our econ is like absolutely god-awful. I can't believe we have to do this, but we do have to discard a card. Or a set of cards. Smeared Joker. They all count the same. Okay. Try again. We did not lose. That's a good start. Smeared Joker could make it possible. Hang on, this is also econ. Ah! I was like, Smeared Joker could make it possible for us to get our econ up. So let's think about this, okay? I think let's discard all red cards. And then try to play flushes. Hope that Misprint and a slowly accruing Vampire can help us out here. And then, like, we're getting the $3 every single round. We're making our flushes more consistent. Buy Jupiters when you see them. Get to the interest cap so you can feed Vampire. There's something to be said. Maybe not a lot to be said, but there's something to be said for this. Dump all red cards. Get good misprints. I can live with that. I can live with that any day of the week and twice on Tuesdays, which actually happens to be the day today, although you may be watching this on Wednesday, which is on Netflix, so I don't really understand how it works, but you get older, the technology kind of passes you by a little bit. I'm going to say we skip again, keep the econ going. First hand drawn face down. We know diamonds show up here. We know spades show up here. Discard a diamond, hopefully. Could have been a club. How are you supposed to know? Discard here. This has a great chance to be a flush. 1,200 points. Come on, misprint. Come on. 9 mults. Oh, no, 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 no. 4 mults! What did I do to deserve this, man? Okay, try again. Try again. Shoot me. Just suit me. Taron Egerton when he walks into the Savile Row tailory. You guys ever see Kingsman, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Beautiful. First one, I'm all in. I would take Mystic Summit. I'm a Square Joker hater. If anyone hates Square Joker, it's me. We could have skipped. In fact, that was probably a great opportunity to skip, but I was playing too fast. On the bright side, I know that with Mystic Summit, we can guarantee ourselves 15 mults, which means we will not lose ante 1, ante 2, which gives us time to build up econ, where delayed gratification is like literally the opposite of what we're looking for. We have a very good thing going right now. We just need to acknowledge that in the future we're going to need some economics to help us out. So this sucks. Because we're trying, well, we're still probably going to make it, especially, how do we, I mean, I guess the answer is probability, but how do you draw a flush off of that, like, scuffed pseudo discard, but not get it off of 2 full discards before? It'll boggle your mind, man. Get it twisted. You should be playing on tilt at all times. Give me 10 mult if we got a flush. I mean, we've gone fully back into the flush build, and you know what? 1 extra discard sounds perfect for the kind of guy like me. So now we try to build up our econ again. And that's okay. Why hearts, brother? Why hearts? Should be whatever you have the most of at any given time. In this case, hearts. Beautiful. Look at this. Okay, so let's, for my own sake, because sometimes I get lost as well, what are we trying to do? We are trying to build up our econ as much as possible while we have relative stability from 2 jokers that are very easy to make work. If our econ gets good enough, at some point, we should be able to buy jokers that have some kind of accretive, progressive value that maybe allows us to win the game. Or alternatively, look at what they do to mimic a fraction of our power. I'll always buy a $5 Gross Michelle. That's just a given. Especially in the early game. But we need... Maybe the other thing, if we don't get a great joker, I mean, our econ's still not off the ground, but it is only anti-2. We could just buy a bunch of Arcana packs, and that could get us kickstarted. But I'm not doing it on $10. That's a little light, I would say. How about a flush? Thank you so much. So we're realizing 3,200 was like where we're capping out with our current setup, right? Yeah. So we're not winning in one hand, and we really want to win in one hand because we're trying to get our econ as high as possible, which is based on the number of hands we have remaining at the end of the round right now. Okay, I don't think we can take Troubadour right now. I don't feel confident taking Troubadour with the black deck. What I do feel confident doing is, like, if we have to use 2 hands, then we have to use 2 hands. Trying to make the deck easy to pilot right now, not get, you know, too far out over my skis. You've screwed me. You've screwed me. No hearts exist in the deck, apparently. Okay, I'm... I gotta lose my mind. How many hearts do we have left? 9 hearts left in the deck. Okay. I mean, of course, we have 2, 4, 5, 6. We have ace 2, 4, 5, 6, for that matter. A flush is the only thing we can play because we have Droll Joker. Like, it's actually necessary. But the flush obviously doesn't get us there. New run. I got 17 minutes. That's enough time for like 3 or 4 more losses real quick. Honestly, vibes are off on the rewards. Give me something worth skipping. I'm going to say the vibes are off on the rewards there. You got to do a little bit better than that. I'm honestly, double it. Foil? Foil, I'll give a chance. 50 chips early on. And then the Flush of Dreams. Followed by the Pair of Dreams. That's just enough. That beats it. Oh no, because I'm on. I thought I was. Yikes. I thought I was on 300. I forgot that I hit the skip button. You know, one of the symptoms of jet lag is lapses in memory. Go look it up. It's true. This is the greatest Gross Michelle of all time. This is the rare Gross Michelle I hope doesn't break. So you know what I'm going to say next is that it probably breaks immediately and leaves us in the lurch. But I'll appreciate its service regardless. Okay, thank you for proving me wrong. Or did you only prove me wrong because I knew that you would want to prove me wrong? And as a result, you see the... Yeah. This is the foil one? I didn't need... So this is the one we got as our skip reward because it was free. You're just kind of... You were just a nice addition to the situation. Thank you for that. So, I mean, like, for the time being, I did see that we have a straight in there. Don't get me wrong. For the time being, I think we can literally play, like, whatever we want. As long as we use all our discards. Safe. I want it to stay safe for a little bit until we can build around it. This is incredible econ, though. I kind of like walkie-talkie, if I'm being... I mean, this is a big spend early. But like walkie-talkie and then a strength card, which we can also use to help us out with walkie-talkie, for example. I really think, like, you can play the game however you choose, which might come as a shock to YouTube commentators. No, wait, that's me. Commentors. I accidentally owned myself there. The leopards ate my face, and here's the thing, Doctor. I am the leopard. I just don't like Square Joker, to be honest with you. But I like two things. One is to take Jokers that are fun, and the other is to take Jokers that are easy to work with, or make a deck that's easy to work with. And walkie-talkie is like... Its fun level is like a 5 out of 10. It doesn't really do anything special. But its easy to use level is like a 9 out of 10. Because you know exactly what you're going for. I want both of these. Cost be darned. Because you know exactly what to look for in your hand, it makes your discards and your draws that much smoother. I think. So don't get rid of 10s and don't get rid of 4s. You can get rid of a 2. A 10 by itself is probably worth more than a pair of 2s. Now, we're going to be light on the discards here. That's a given. But we're going to be making our 10s and our 4s much more consistent as a result. Oh, yes! Hold, bro. Hold. It can work. 25 bucks. I'm going all in. We want 10s, we want 4s. We only get 2 discards. I mean, what do you think I meant when I said I'm all in? 10, 10, 10, 2. We win easily, bro. We win easily. Our econ is gonna be sorted. All we need is don't break. And then, like, get 2 more Jokers online immediately. This one actually could do it. Okay, thanks for nothing. Actually, Rock is pretty good. It's not score, but it's pretty good. And then overstock into maybe a little, for the time being, a little swashbuckler that can almost replace banana. I think we might be on to something, but it's still obviously very early. It would go insane to be able to get 1 more discard. And when this banana breaks, life's gonna be tough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress. Papa's banquet wasn't big enough. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, we may make Mars work on 10s or on 4s or perhaps both. I'm willing to spec into it at least. We're gonna need some support to get over Ante 8. Honestly, $3 to make pairs better is probably advisable as well. And I'll just stay right here. 10s and 4s stay. Dump an 8. How about full house, 7s over 4s? How we looking with that? It's 2 4s enough to get us there? Well, maybe on the May long weekend, but that ship has sailed. Still pretty good. I can't believe the banana's still alive. It's going to make me lonesome when it goes. 2 Blood on the Tracks references on the same stream. I can't believe it. Well, can you believe that it's not a stream either? I think, unfortunately, you're just too eternal to stick around, as ironic as it is. 10s and 4s get buffed. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. I warned you. I warned you. 6 can go. 4 gets drawn. Beautiful. How about... And we should care about no repeat hand types, man. But not as much as we care about easily getting 4 of a kind 10s, which will easily win by itself and make it easier to get 10s in the future. The banana has lived. He is playing at his residence. The head is soaring. 1 more card available in the shop. Hanged Man goes crazy, I think. And Mega Buffoon. You're like the anti 10-4. And then the rest are eternal. I mean, like, we could sell, buy, sell, and then have an empty Joker spot, but these are just not conducive to our setup. Don't feel compelled to buy them, you know, just because or to take them just because you spent the money on them. This is not the way. Okay, 2 jacks. Get out of here. Don't discard the 10, my man. You've lost your mind. How about we have 4 hands? That's kind of crazy. That means we can afford to throw a little bit of dookie out there to possibly get like a 5 of a kind. Now, we've leveled up 4 of a kind a couple of times, but I don't want to necessarily pot commit to 4 of a kind if 5 of a kind would work for us. We're lucky to have that flexibility right now. Now, 30 bucks means you spend money. I'm going to level up 5 of a kind still. How many 10s we got? Like 7? 8. 8 10s. No 9s. Good to know. I'm going to go with the Mega Celestial too. Wow, it's all garbage. Okay, how about a full house? And maybe maybe Mercury. Pair is going to clear 2 pair easily. Cards drawn face down after hand played. It's not so bad because we like to win in 1 anyway, but that's what I mean. Isn't it nice that this deck is like so easy to pilot? I think it's nice. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to win, but I think it's nice. It's also nice to draw 5 of a kind. Okay, so what do we need on this run? What do we not need? There's a couple of things worth bringing up, okay? What we haven't won yet is one of them. Swashbuckler needs to go and be replaced with a Molt-Molter. The banana's going to break at some point. It would be insane if it just broke and then gave us Cavendish, like, in the next shop. Probably not the sort of thing you can set your watch to, but I would be happy to see it. And you always have to divest from trading card at some point. And I'll be honest with you, you probably also want to divest from Mystic Summit at some point. It's mostly just hanging around because it's foil. Is there a rule that, like, you have to get Neptune in every single High Priestess? Like, it's such a slap in the face, man. Cards drawn face down, okay. I'm dumping, or trying to dump cards that are far away from 10 and 4. So, like, we shouldn't be getting rid of, like, but there's no 9s left. We shouldn't be getting rid of 3s with our trading card. Shouldn't be getting rid of 8s, probably. 7,000 points. I see the problem. How about play this? I mean, we should chariot something. I don't know. We might have just lost, honestly. 10, 10, 10, 7, 4. It's actually horrible for us because 3 of a kind hasn't been leveled at all. I gotta shoot for the 10s, buddy. Oh my god, it's horrendous. It's horrible. Give me I'm sorry, a horrible performance, man. I'll be back tomorrow after getting some sleep. I hope you enjoyed my addled gameplay regardless. I'll see you next time. See ya!